Shalom. So we're going to look at the difference between prostitute, whore, and harlot. Now, in today's society, when you think of prostitute, you think about a woman on the street corner dressing impy skimpy and selling sex for money, right? And whore, we see that basically as the same as a prostitute, right? And the same for harlot, sex for money, right? Now, when you get into the scriptural understanding of these terms and their function, what you'll find is that a lot of people are carrying out these functions, but because the narrative they have on it is different, they are doing the same things that women on the street corners are doing and not realizing it, all because the Western culture changed the narrative of these three words, right? So when you think of prostitute, and the strong is H2490, you think about profane, defile, desecrate, pollute, and stuff like that, right? Now, the scripture says, do not prostitute thy daughter. Now, the idea of this is to bore something into something, right? So it's going into that sexual activity because the Most High says, do not build any altar out of hewn stones because of what? It's going to be done for the purpose of man. So it's the same thing when the man is having sex with the virgin or the damsel just for his own purpose, right? It violates the honor and things of that nature, right? Now, when you get into whore, H2181, you're dealing with a person that has a head or is in a union where there are confinements. There are certain things you don't do. You don't step outside of the confinements of your marriage, right? So when you're in a union and you go outside of that, that is a whore, right? So it doesn't matter whether you do it for money in return or for just pleasure. Once you're stepping outside, that is a whore, right? Now, when you look at the term harlot, as in Hosea 4, verse 14, what you will find is this gives a very interesting detail about harlot. It's about some people that separated themselves to, other gods, Baal and so forth, right? So what you'll find is that these people don't really know the difference between profane and the unprofane, right? Now, this would be similar to what? A person who claim he or she is single. Because when they're single, they don't know the difference or how they should conduct themselves in a union. So they do anything because there's really no difference. So when a person say they're single in this culture, they are just randomly being with anybody, meaning they're not committed. They don't have anybody to respect. They don't even respect themselves. They will do whatever pleases them, right? So this person is open. This person has no discernment between what is right and what is wrong, between what is morally right and what is wrong. So we see from two different cultures, prostitute, whore, and harlot, that is very different, right? The common belief about whore in this culture is just women who do it for money. A lot of women in society have the good jobs, follow religious institutions. Guess what? They are doing the same things, but because they are not collecting money, they think it's different. Whore has nothing to do with you receiving payment for sex, right? It's the activity itself. You do it with different men. There is no form of commitment, or you're not confined to a union. So just because you're not on the street corner wearing short dresses and so forth, and because you look elegant going to work every day, but you have this insatiable appetite for sex, you'll get it anywhere by whatever means, right? So we have to understand the difference in terms of our doings, our actions, the function, and so we can change what we do. Shalom.